I be trying to show y'all what it looked like in the morning in Colorado on my walk, but and I got me a better phone. I got a Google Pixel 9 and it's still not showing y'all how beautiful it is. So sorry about that. Um One day I'll just go up when I go up into the mountains, I'll just record up there if it can record. But anyway, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. This video is going to be about a stroke, having a stroke. So my followers are going to know the story that I'm about to tell. Um, about 3 years ago, I went on a trip and I was told that I was going to have a stroke. And I know that when I'm given instructions through the ancestors that I have like a 2 year period to get the shit in line before it should hit the fan. So I was prepping myself. Sorry, I just got across the street, y'all. Give me a second. I was prepping myself to reset my body, and whatever I was doing was semi working because last year, man, rising, last year, um, the symptoms were getting stronger. So one day, me and my husband was in the bathroom, and he started panicking, and he was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Your face is falling, it's sliding." I said, "Yeah, I know." So um, I had went to the doctor, and I told them what my symptoms was, and my doctor said, "We're gonna get you an emergency MRI." And I mean, I had completely forgot all about that shit. And then I got a call from the doctor's office, and the bitch was panicking, saying, oh my God, we were supposed to been send this scan paperwork off. It's been sitting here for a month. I don't know what happened. She said, we got to schedule you right away. And I'm like, okay, bet. She gonna schedule me right away. This was October of last year. She said, we're gonna get you in here immediately. Our next appointment is March 19th. Mind you, I'm with these fools considered to be African American. So you already know they're not doing shit for my emergency situations, right? So in the meantime of me working on myself to fix my brain and shit, I just took it to the ancestors, and I've been doing the plant medicine or whatever. Um, so I finally get into my doctor's appointment, and so this is my MRI day, right? I'm going to get my MRI after, what is that, 5 months waiting? So I get there, they doing all the beginnings, that they do with your pulse and all that shit. Doctor comes in, she's asking me questions, and I said, why are you asking me questions? She said, what do you mean? I said, when y'all gonna take me into the MRI machine? She said, what are you here for? She asked me what I was there for. And y'all think I'm letting y'all in my brain? You are fucking crazy. I said, ma'am, I am about to walk the fuck out of this office. And she said, hold on, let me go through your records. So she go through my records and she see all this shit, and she get madder and madder. And she said, you were showing signs of a stroke back in October when you went to the doctor. Why wasn't this rushed? I don't know. I'm not a part of your fucking the healthcare network. And then she said, at the very least, you should be on a low dose aspirin every day. Are you? I said, I don't take medicine. They never gave me no prescription for shit. So she's just getting pissed off. And so she's like calling around to her colleagues, and she like, I need this patient in immediately. She cannot be put on no waiting list. And I'm listening to her do it. I'm listening to her on the fucking phone. She's texting, writing emails and shit, reading them to me. And I'm like, wow, she seems like she's a doctor. So I'm like, all right, bet. Let me see if she can do her job. So there's one prescription, not the aspirin. There's one prescription that I absolutely need. Like, it is a matter of I could die if I don't get this one prescription. And so she writes it up, and I go to the pharmacy, and I'm like, is my prescription ready? And they said, your insurance denied the prescription because of the price of it. I said, is that right? She said, this is a very expensive drug and there is no generic brand for it. I said, so because it's expensive, do I just die? And she said, we put an alert to your insurance company and the doctor so they could work it out. So I'm just fucking laughing. And then I get home. Remember, get this person in right away. She is in dire need of brain this and brain that. So they said, we got you. We got an appointment for April the 30th. I said, wow, that's an emergency appointment. Fuck all of y'all. I'm not going into your machine for no 2 hours while you put me some contrast in me. Y'all already fucked my life up with y'all pills for 30 years. So long story short, moral of the story, I have been having stroke symptoms for the last year, and I have been able to keep myself alive all this time. Now, family member after family member after family member have been stroking out, even as recently as a couple of weeks ago. My sister, she's doing perfectly fine after her stroke, but her speech is off. So it's fucking with all of us, okay? And because I know it's hit my family so hard, I'm being proactive about it. So when I went into meditation, I hope this is still recording because I'm walking by the mountain, so I don't know. But anyway, if y'all can't hear me, just tell me. So when I went into meditation, I was told that there's plastic in my brain. They said it's plastic in your brain. So I had to think, okay, it's plastics in my brain, which means it's plastics probably everywhere else as well. So I'm going to have to do a strategic detox, right? Okay, so there's so many ways to detox you. You can get rid of the C and all that other stuff that they say can't get rid of by moringa seed or sour sop. A lot of bitters can kill all of this shit, right? But for me in particular, my method of how I'm going to block this stroke from initiating in my brain. I know it's like a fucking ticking a mine. You know, when you step on a mine to blow up, I know it's something fragile like that. So I have to move quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take something called duck flower, specifically because duck flower removes all mucus in the body, especially the brain. Now the mucus can pull out the plastics that's lodged in my brain safely without having to go through surgery. Because when you go through surgery for a stroke, they're trying to stop blood clogs and shit like that. But you're clotting because the flow is being trapped. Okay. So if y'all can do, I mean, you don't have to have stroke symptoms or any kind of horrible disease for you to take this duck flower. It's from Jamaica. It's probably not only in Jamaica though. It's probably wherever the Caribbean island row. It's a flower that looks like a duck, and if you eat it, it purges your body from everything. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very hard and complicated because you're going to be shitting and throwing up, and it's going to be snot coming from your ears and stuff. It's going to purge you. So I would advise y'all to do y'all research on this particular flower and start healing yourself. Because if they're going to be playing money games with your insurance, or if your insurance only covered $995 and this prescription is $1,000 per prescription, they playing with you. They're not taking you serious. It's about money to them. So you have to take that power out of their hands. The fact that I was given a heads up 3 years ago from the plant medicine telling me what was going down, I have been able to prepare. Now, my husband seen my face sliding down and he was flipping the fuck out. But I already knew what was happening. My face is no longer sliding down. I've never had a stroke pill and I never had stroke surgery. I did that shit. Y'all already know I healed myself from every last one of my organs completely shutting down. I have had 1, 2, 3 organs already removed. And those organs that was removed off of me have grown the fuck back. Now, they could do whatever they want to do to this video. But this is for those who can hear. You can heal yourself. You do not need them playing fucking Russian roulette with your fucking money to see if you're going to live or die. So remember what I said. Duck flower. Duck flower. It is a flower that looks like a duck. You can pull it from the tree and eat it, or you can order it dried and put it in a tea. But that's my advice to y'all. Nobody really gave me this advice. Everything I do, I have to learn on my own. But everything I learn, I tell y'all immediately. So plant medicine, plant medicine, plant medicine. Literally. Almost every tree, every flower has some kind of medicinal value to it. Start studying these plants, these trees, these flowers, and it will save your life. Ashe.